Amy Lyon here, New Life Mission.
Barry Walton here from Endless Media, and a big fan of New Life Mission.
You know what? Let me take your phone from
Yeah.
you. I'm just going to take your phone.
Well,
I'm going to
make
give it to
sure on
someone
that
else.
phone, thank you for taking it, but make sure, and for you guys out there watching this, make sure you push post, because that'll post to my Facebook and my friends can check out, and I told them where to donate as well, just to remind your followers where they should donate.
See, here's the thing. We may be in downtown Melbourne, but we are also throughout Brevard County and across the country.
You are.
We
It's
are.
big. It's
And
big.
you are too.
Yeah, well, that's exciting. Well, welcome. I'm glad to be part of this. Hello, country. Hello to a very important issue. Helping what these guys do is so awesome. I toured last week.
He toured New Life Village.
Yeah.
Tell us, let's get comfy. Let's
Yeah.
talk about your tour.
Okay. I toured last week. Do you want me to just go ad lib? Here we go. Just
Well,
take,
first,
take
you
it
know
along
what,
with
Barry?
it.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Walton. I've been working in film and documentary films and television and commercials for about 25 years. Some of my highlights: I won an Emmy Award. I've worked for Nat Geo and Animal Planet. I've worked in pro sports, and so I have a few.
You're super cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm proud of them. I've had my moments. They come and they go in our industry. There's spikes and tops and bottoms, but you know those experiences were fun and kind of helped shape me. But I think that this is far more important than you know, chasing around some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm
Well,
not saying it.
What do you think? So you took a tour of New Life
Yeah.
Village. What did you think? That is our location where all new families come into the program. We have moms and children living at that location. So you walked through. You saw our Kids Academy.
Yeah. So, well, I met with Stacy, one of your top shelf people at the mission, and she took me through. And look, I'll be honest with you. If you're out there and you haven't seen a tour, you need to go to the site first. You need to check out what these guys are doing, because for me it was transformational. And you know, the property is beautiful. The site it's so nice to be able to have a site like that where you're providing services for needy people who can't do it for themselves. But more importantly is what I'm literally so passionate about is your core mission, which is to make people independent.
Right.
Get them off of government as a source, as a way of relying. Build the skills so that they can go out and survive on their home. And what I was also amazed by is your numbers are upwards of 90%. Am I right?
Absolutely.
So,
And that's a success rate. So people who complete our program do not return to homelessness.
Yeah.
So it's not a Band-Aid, right?
Yeah. And I can't say enough. Like, I think a big part of this is about raising funds and awareness. And if you're out there and you're an individual who can support this, and you believe that you want to see people independent off the government, not dependent on the government, you need to get off your seat, push the donate button, and get some money to this group, because I'll tell you, there's a lot of services out there. I genuinely believe what you guys are doing is unique and profound in the way and the way to do it. The way to do it. So that was that was, you know, visually what you guys, the grounds are beautiful. What you're doing for the people that you're helping is powerful, but most importantly is your principles are I think what are going to lead people to success long term. So that was my impression of kind of my experience. And I was like, as soon as I heard that, and
Will we
Stacey,
have his check ready
Yeah.
for him
Yeah.
as he exits the bench?
Yeah,
No, thank you so much
yeah.
for saying that. That
Yeah.
means a lot. I think when people come to our village campus, it is transformational for them because, you know, you might imagine what it's like there, but there's opportunities not just to donate cash, but you can donate time, you can donate items. You know, praying for us and sharing what we're posting on social media. There's so many ways.
Yeah.
So what makes you passionate about homelessness? That transformation? That
I think, you know, like I live over in Rockledge, So Rockledge, for those of you who are watching locally, you know. For those of you who don't, is about 45 minutes away. It's near Cocoa, and as I come off of the 520, which is a highway that exits from the 94, we're getting a little bit sloshed here with rain. But as I come off, for the longest time, me and my family, I would see a gentleman literally on the 520. You come off to go onto my street towards my subdivision. Literally, that was his home. Yeah. Like he was there all the time. He had his bed there. When the weather was bad, we would look over and see him on a rainy day, covered completely in a tarp. Mm. When the weather was good, he would just be out sitting, and so I look at that person and I go, that's not his best life. Yeah. That's not his dream for him. But what we forget is like circumstances in life, mental health issues, and challenges that all of us take for granted, like not having family, like not having someone to raise you, like being raised in a foster home and kind of getting left out, can lead you to places that you don't have control over. I think a lot of people assume that homeless people have control over their situation. Amen. Right? Yep. And so for me, when I see a homeless person, I'm like, that's someone who, one, is not living their best life, and two, doesn't have control of the situation. He needs, and we look at adults and we go, they don't need parenting anymore. It's inaccurate. And all of us at some level still want parenting in our lives. And I don't want to say that they need the parent like we think of, but they need pseudo parents. They need people that are going to give them skills, life skills. We take so many life skills for granted. They're going to need the life skills to hold down the job, to control their emotions on a bad day, to recognize the value of repetition over time, and that building little pieces over time can turn into, a successful life. And the mentality of like celebrating and having thanks and being grateful for those little things. So I could ramble on.
It's okay. But speaking about those life skills, we had a woman who came to our program with children. And we gave her, she didn't have any food. She didn't have anything when she came in. We gave her, stove, pots, pans, said, here's some soup to make for dinner for your kids. And we came back a little while later and she said, I don't know why it's not working. She had put the can just in the saucepan. Yeah. Because she didn't know to open it. And I know people are like, what? Are you kidding me? But if you were not raised in that environment, in fact, you maybe raised your siblings. Yeah.
Well, I mean, humans, humans are programmable. Like, and see, in this age that we live in, one argument that the scientists have right is we're very programmable, but that doesn't mean that we should just, be left to like figure out life on our own. It's important to give skills to people so that they can learn how to make a fulfilling life for themselves, right? And you look around and it really is, you look at society, and society genuinely breaks down into people that are victims who genuinely don't know how to get out of that mentality, and people who are victors, who have figured out the bridge across. And that's what I think I see your organization working to build. You're working to turn victims into victors. And that, again, just to remind people, if you're watching this, this is about, I hate to be just blatant, but this is about fundraising. And if you believe in those tenets of helping people go from being a victim to a victor, you have a responsibility. And it's the easiest responsibility because these people are actually working. They're out in the rain. She's going to spend the whole night here. And so you need to give, you need to contribute, you need to take time, because you're not leaving the comfort of your home. These poor guys are going to be here all night in the rain. So just remember that when you're watching that, and if you tune into this. And so there was my rant. I would just kind of went off.
I love your rant.
Call to action.
You know what?
Call to action.
You know what? You're talking about a really good thing is that people need to come out and see, right? They need to see for themselves. Yeah. We have a come and see at New Life Village coming up on November 6th. And we're inviting everybody from 4 to 6 p.m. to come to our 326 Croton Road campus. And
it's a beautiful campus.
Walk through like you did. And they can bring their friends and just find out what's going on. There's no obligation to do anything, but just learning what's happening in your community.
And by the way, you guys have the cutest little chapel. If you guys, I would literally say come out just to see the chapel.
Oh, and there's more.
There's so
more
much
than
more.
the chapel. Don't
I
say
know.
it. Don't tell. Don't
I
tell.
know, but come
There's
out to see the chapel.
something pretty cool there now.
Yeah. No, but the chapel is great. Well, there is some other things. I did get to see. Don't say it. I won't say it. I did get to see that space that I'm not supposed to talk about.
Yes, November 6th.
You'll have to come out on November 6th to check it out. But make sure you visit the chapel and say a prayer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful little chapel.
That's a cool space where our moms can spend time in there. We do Bible study, and they can spend time together just talking about what they've been through.
Yeah. No, there's so much there. I mean, when I went there, it felt very peaceful. I felt like it's got a very grounded feel to it. I felt it, and I also felt a little bit like Southern California because I used to live out in Santa Barbara, and you kind of got the old ranch style arches on the entry.
All right.
There.
That was planned.
It was kind of cool. No, I know it does, but it feels like got that old Santa Barbara, Southern California feel to it. So it's kind of unique in that regard, and you have your own little pocket. So it's a treasure of a place. I mean, that is a blessing of a place that you guys have to offer people to help them kind of build their lives back up and recover.
Yes.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? It's a anyway. So
well,
you can
I
tell
love
the
your
story.
passion. I love everything that you've shared, and from a writer to another writer, you are an author.
Yes, I am an author. Yep.
You are an author. Tell us what you wrote.
Yeah,
in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah,
Go.
30 seconds. The elevator pitch. I have a book. It's called The Unknown Adventurer, and it's stories of basically overcoming struggles and the lessons of those, and what I learned from lots of adventure, lots of travel, work in film, a great love story in the middle of it of how I met my wife. And so that book is on. And if you're watching this and you see this now, you can go to my website and get a free copy, a free e-copy, endlessmediame.com. And make sure that when you fill out the form, you put that you saw me here and download a free e-copy and let me know. And then order a real copy, a physical copy too.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
But yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming out today,
This has
sitting
been
in the
awesome.
rain with me,
Yeah.
and tell your friends, everybody.
Yeah, one last time, donate, guys. Donate.
So it's an awareness campaign, but
Yeah.
if you donate, we won't be mad.
Okay. I
We
thought
won't
it
be
was
mad.
about donations, but still donate.
Yeah.
Get these guys some money to fill their coffers so that they can do more and help more people.
All right, everybody.